So the first job that we need to do is to get our design onto this stick and stitch template. So this is the actual size that will go onto your embroidery hoop. So there's a couple of ways you can do it. The first way is to draw directly onto this piece of stick and stitch. So for example, you may want to hand your child a pen and get them to do some writing or a lovely drawing. However, whatever goes on here, even if it is pencil, is really difficult to rub out afterwards. So you need to be really sure of your design before you put it on here. So what I would recommend is either of the following two methods. In your pack, you have two paper templates. This is the actual size, and this is a larger one, particularly if you have a younger child, or you have a big picture that you already have an idea that you want to use. Then getting it onto this template and reducing it on the photocopier is a good way of doing it. So for example, I have a lovely picture of a snowman here, and it's a really good idea to stick to these simple outline drawings if possible, or simple words. That will make it much easier to stitch. And to be honest, the thinner the pen or pencil, that will also help. So here I have a lovely snowman, which is too big. So I put it into my printer, which is also a photocopier, at 60%, and managed to reduce it down to this, which is exactly the right size, fills the circle beautifully, and will look fantastic once it's embroidered. So what I'm going to do with this fella then is I can trace it onto the stick and stitch. So that's one way. You can either use the large piece and reduce, or you can draw straight onto the actual size template like I have got here. So we're drawing straight onto here or reduced onto here, and then we can trace it. So you have some carbon paper included in your kit. All you need to do is trim down the circle so it is the correct size. Get your stick and stitch. Lay your carbon paper on top of the circle. And this is a little tricky, to be honest, because you can't see through, but if you just see, I am lining it up so it's pretty much where that circle is. Now, if you wanted to tape down the carbon paper and the design, you can, but you do need to leave a little bit just so you can pick up and just check that the tracing is working really well. I suggest that you do this on quite a hard surface. You might want to put a book underneath and use a pencil, something where you can actually see where you are tracing over the lines if possible, and you do need to press quite hard. So I'm not just drawing a simple line, I am actually going back and forth as if I'm colouring it in over the top of the line. And if I fold that back, I can see that I'm using the right amount of pressure. So I'm just going to continue around my design. Just a case of tracing, and you do need quite a bit of pressure to go over. You can always tidy it up afterwards. And do my reindeer's legs. Don't forget his tail. How am I doing? Remember to hold it quite firmly when you're flicking it so that you don't move the template at all. Okay, so now I have to do this lovely nose, going over the scribbles because I don't want to lose that scribbled effect. Okay, I think I've done that. Let me just carefully pick that up. Yeah, lovely. So now that I have traced my design, what you can do is then go over the lines a bit stronger so that it's easier to see. And you can use a pen for this. or a pencil, remember this stick and stitch will be removed at the end simply by soaking. So don't worry about anything you put on here. Not sure about those legs. Just needs to go up a little bit there, and that needs to be a bit longer. And this is a really lovely way of preserving these fabulous drawings that our little ones do. Or maybe this is actually a drawing that my daughter did when she was much younger, which I just love, and I would like to preserve it. And you can get, you could either write the name and the age or a year on here as well, or get them to sign their name. And there you have it. We have prepared our template.